everybody, welcome back to Coffee with the Moms. It's Nicole today, so we're going to be making two different things today. First is the creamy Crockpot chicken and tomato soup. It is on Pinterest and it's by River North Paleo Girl. I'll link that below. So first what you're going to need is 8 frozen skinless boneless chicken breasts. I only use 4. That is what my Crockpot can hold. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add in 1 large chopped onion, 2 cloves of minced garlic, and then you're going to need 2 14-ounce cans of coconut milk, full fat. It says to shake to avoid separation. Then what you're going to do is add 2 14-ounce cans of diced tomatoes and the juice, 2 cups of chicken broth, 1 small can of tomato paste. I use like a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. You're going to need half a jar of your favorite tomato sauce. I have a bunch of homemade sauce, so I just ended up using that. And I also added in sea salt and pepper to taste. And I'll give you the measurements for all the other stuff, but just kind of what I ended up putting on there instead. So it's 1 tablespoon of dried basil. I just kind of covered the whole thing up. And then 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, which again, I just kind of covered everything up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to mix it up a little bit with just a spoon. And then you're going to set it on your Crock-Pot. You're going to set it. I set mine for 8 hours. It does say 9. I put it in for 8 hours on low, and that seems to be completely fine. Everything is thoroughly cooked through. The chicken's all cooked, so you don't really have to worry about that. But this is just such an easy thing, and I love using my Crock-Pot, especially in the winter, because A, it's less cleanup, B, it's super, super easy to use, and throwing everything in a pot is awesome. So like I said, I put mine on for 8 hours. It says 9 on the low setting. Okay, so then an hour before it's done, you go in and you can either take the pieces of chicken out to shred them up, or you can do like I did and just kind of leave them in there. And then you just kind of like use the 2 forks and kind of just separate them like that. I just find that easier as opposed to like trying to take them in and out because it is fairly hot still. And then, after that, I love to pair these up actually with some sweet potato chips. Oh my God, it tastes so good together and so yummy. I eat this a lot. It's really good. And I freeze some of it too. So the second thing we're going to be making today is a dessert, an apple crisp. You're going to need 4 cups of apples. I used Gala apples. You're going to need to peel and slice these. And then what I did was I put the tablespoon and a half of lemon juice over it, and then you'll need a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And then what I did was I mixed the 3 tablespoons of sugar together, the half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and the dash of salt that you'll need. And I mixed that together and I just poured that over the apples, and then I stirred that all up nice and well. And then I took my baking pan, I sprayed the baking pan, and you just kind of put the apples in there and just kind of try and get them as even as possible to cover it everything. And then what I did was I took the half a cup of flour, I took a cup of brown sugar packed tightly, and then my half a cup of oatmeal, and I mixed that all together first. Then what I did was I cut the butter and I sliced it, and then I cut those slices into 4, as you can kind of see here. And then I honestly just took my hands in and made that almost like into a crumble. You just got to make sure all the butter's throughout everything. And then I just evenly took my hand and I coated all that over the apples. And then what you're going to do is after that is take your more cinnamon, and I just kind of lightly covered that with the cinnamon on top, and it will show you there in a second that I did that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to set your oven to 350, and you're going to bake for 45 to 60 minutes. I ended up baking mine. I set it for 40, and then I kept adding, and it ended up being in there, and I have a gas stove, and it ended up being in there for about 50 minutes. Then I took it out. And you can stick a fork in too to see if the apples are all done. So then I took it out and then I let it sit for about 10-15 minutes to cool down so the top could harden. Oh my God, it is so yummy. It's amazing, that stuff. But those are the 2 things that I made. So you've got like a dinner and you have your dessert. And I did this over the weekend. It was so much fun, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will hope to see you guys back soon. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. Have a good day.